So this mashup is a little bit out of my comfort zone. There are two very different movies, and neither of them are of the horror genre that I usually do my mashups on. And whatever the case is, let's talk about them. So the first one is a Japanese movie. Let me look at my notes. It is a 2020 Japanese movie with English subtitles called Beyond the Infinite 2 Minutes. Now, this was an adorable film. I liked it, although it's not my typical horror, of course, but it was cute. It's a comedy sci fi movie. It's a short film, it's 71 minutes long. And if it was longer, I think that it would have been insufferable because there's lots of duplication in the movie. And that makes sense when you get into the movie. But at 71 minutes, I think that's kind of the sweet spot. It could have actually been a little bit shorter, but I didn't mind. So, what this movie's about is it's about a cafe owner that lives on top of his cafe. And he discovers that his computer monitor shows, or maybe not shows, but it's synced up with the TV in the cafe. And the computer monitor is showing things that happened 2 minutes in the past. And so the TV in the cafe is showing what's happening 2 minutes in the future. The characters of the show try to rig up different things in order to kind of be mischievous and whatnot. And as you can figure, chaos ensues. It's adorable. I want to say if you enjoy Japanese humor, if you enjoy the characters and caricatures that come out of the story, this is definitely something that is worthy of watching. This movie, at least to me, was kind of unique. I have seen things before that have whatever portals where you can see the future or the past, but I haven't seen it quite so granular and used in quite the same way. The plot of this and the acting of this was okay. I mean, there's nothing bad about it, but definitely it's a low budget film. And I wouldn't say there's anything that knocked my socks off as far as, the plot points or the characters or the acting or the anything. And I don't think it was meant to do that. I think that yeah, I don't think that it was meant to be anything but an entertaining, cute little flick. There wasn't much as in terms of the setting and the characters. Everything was kind of superficial, but I think that was intentional also. I don't think that it was a film with big character development or anything like that. Everything was very superficial, like I said. Now, I agree with the reviews. Let me look at my notes. It's 7.3 out of 10 on IMDb and 99% on Rotten Tomatoes. I agree with the reviews that I did see on those two different things. The characters were lovely and endearing, and the story was cute and whatnot. I don't see myself choosing to watch this film again. Of course, if it was on, I'd be like, oh, I've seen this movie. This is cute. And I would watch it. I would watch it and suggest it for younger audiences as well. I don't remember there being any swearing in it. There's no nudity. It's just a cute story. So I think that people of lots of different ages would enjoy it. I mean, there is some adult content in it, but nothing big. So if your kid is used to a lot of the superhero movies, they would be totally fine with this kind of humor, with this kind of situations. So I would recommend this movie to a person that enjoys Japanese culture, that enjoys a little bit of sci-fi, comedy, of course, especially Japanese comedy, especially because the characters are very much similar to how characters are shown in anime and different things like that. Like they're not very complex characters and they very much fit that mold. So I would recommend that for those people and for people that want a movie with more scientific roots in it. So the next movie was, and I'm gonna say this wrong, so I'm gonna read this, The Man Who Sold His Skin. And it's a 2020 international movie. Now, this movie is a comedy romance. I definitely saw some comedy elements. There was a love interest and a situation from that, but I don't really see it as a romance. Not like some of them that are really heavy-handed that I've seen that are in Canadian or US movies. And maybe that's intentional, maybe that is because it's an international movie, romance is seen as a very different thing. I think this is Arabic as the main language, so it very much could be because of cultural norms. Now, this movie had different cultures involved. It